To week 3 of Home Team Friday nights. The weather tried to slow us down last time, but it's full steam ahead. We've got all the hits, highlights, and hype that Central Kentucky High School football has to offer. So grab some snacks and get comfy, because Home Team Friday nights starts right now on Fox 56.
Live from Fox 56 Sports, this is Home Team Friday Nights.
Well done on the open, Jordan.
Thank you, thank you.
Solid stuff. Hey, weather impacted Home Team Friday Nights, but Home Team Friday Nights rolls on. It's feeling like deja vu now. This keeps happening, man. We keep getting screwed.
Dry throughout the week, and it rains on Friday nights every time. Let's just hope it doesn't rain on Saturday again this week, Mike.
Yes, that was a long delay, multiple delays, and they couldn't even finish the ball game. So for the second straight week, I was up in Scott County sitting in the parking lot, waiting on the games to go. So it was tough. It seemed like the weather, for the most part, was clear south of Lexington, and that's where our game of the week was. Colby Wilson was dry for a little while at Central and Southern, a big-time game.
Yeah, for sure. Big-time rivalry for our Fox 56 game of the week. Madison Central traveling just down the road to Madison Southern. The Indians came to play tonight. Sophomore quarterback Carson Herbster gets the team on the board early. That's a 7-yard touchdown. Central goes up in the first quarter. The Eagles not going to get going on offense. They take it down the field and capitalize, and as they punch it in to make it 14-0, and you got to give it to Central. Now making plays on the defense, Mike, so they're doing it on both phases. Game cut short due to weather,
of course,
but Central takes down Southern by a score of 36-0.
Man, rolling, getting revenge after last year's game. As we mentioned, Colby Wilson live at our game of the week, and yeah, it's not too pretty out, Colby. So we appreciate you battling through the elements, but you caught up with both of these coaches. You know how big of a rivalry game this is. So what'd you see out there?
Yeah, well, this was the first rivalry game I have experienced here in the Bluegrass, and let me tell you, it was certainly one to remember. This was a big game for both teams. Madison Central looking for its third straight win to stay undefeated, and Madison Southern battling some injury, looking for its first win of the season. Madison Central sophomore quarterback Carson Hertz told me earlier this week that they weren't coming down here and losing. He said that was solely based off the work they had put in this offseason. He led the Indians to the win tonight, putting the team on the board first, and then on the sidelines, after he found the end zone, he was yelling at the sidelines to bring more energy. You could just feel this team's will to win. The offense put up 36 points and did their jobs, but Central's defense might be one of the best around. Tonight, they had only given up 21 points, and tonight they held Southern's offense to 0 points while creating turnovers. We haven't been very lucky with the rain, which ended up canceling this game. Central earned its third straight win tonight in the Battle of Madison County. Look, again, this was such a great game, and I know it wasn't the ideal outcome for a rivalry game to end at halftime, but I know Central has to be happy with their performance. I'll send it back to you guys in studio with more highlights.
All right, Colby, thanks a lot. Good stuff out there. That's a big one.
Yeah.
For those guys, Central's kind of rolling.
Yeah.
But, all right, we had a doubleheader at Lexington Christian Academy, the E-Campus Bowl. Shout out to Dan the Man, Dan Kett, for getting us set up for this one, and it was a good evening out there. Let's go to game number 1. Bowling Green taking the trip up here, taking on Bryan Station. A solid battle. This was a fantastic game last year. We try to get to the highlights. A game-winning field goal at the end of last year's game, so we know that they're trying to make something happen here. Bowling Green, one of the best teams in Class 5A. Deuce Bailey rolling out, making things happen. The Trevi Barber in the end zone for the first score of the game there in the first quarter, just praying that the rain holds off, and they got the first score. But Station trying to make something happen, and James Davis fumbling. Tough move for Bowling Green, but Station, give them credit. Defense held them to a field goal. Then goes out there and scores. James Davis to Jordan Haskins. Big time stuff. So I meant to say this before we ran the highlight, but we did catch up with Coach Philip Hawkins before the game in our Inside Access segment. He is always stoic, always fantastic, and he had the outdoor locker room for this game. Take a listen to what Coach Hawkins had to say.
If you're in there for one play, you better give it every ounce of energy you got. If you're in there for 50 plays tonight, that's what we got to do to compete in football games, all right? Some of y'all, we're going to ask a lot from you, but it's what we got to do, all right? Just make sure that when we leave the field tonight, you know you did your best, okay? All right, y'all know I love you, and we're going to go. Tonight's go time, all right?
I love Pikeville, and he's going to turn around this season. Well, 0-3, tough start to the year.
Yeah, second game over at Lexington Christian was Lexington Christian hosting Pikeville. Smash mouth football to start as Blake Cottle just barreling his way into the end zone. Big number 14 gets the first score of the game. But the Eagles would not be denied. They had some stuff. Saxon Howard, he does a lot of running, but here he's going to throw it, folks. A little screen to Tyler King, and he just takes care of the rest. Michael, look at number 1 go all the way for the huge score as they take the lead because Pikeville missed their field goal. So a good game here. I think it's still going because it went on late, but we'll get that score for you in just a second.
It went on pretty late. We'll try to give you an update. Man, for LCA to tough task replacing a guy like Cutter Bowling. Yeah. Saxon Howard has done a fantastic job at quarterback. All right, coming up, we got a lot more here on Home Team Friday night. Some games across Central Kentucky. Stay tuned to HTFN.
How we doing?
We're the Westchester cheerleaders, and you're watching Home Team Friday night.
From Fox 56 Sports, you're watching Home Team Friday nights.
This is the Great Crossing Student Section, and welcome to Home Team Friday night.
He's a little tall. I think I know that guy. He's a familiar guy. Malachi Moreno, great energy there. They sat through that delay, so good for them. Yeah. And Malachi has had a couple big weeks. He had a big day yesterday. A future teammate at Kentucky. We are going to talk about him in just a second. But as we're talking about Malachi going to Kentucky, obviously a big moment for Great Crossing. Jasper Johnson, Woodford County, what a big week, and Woodford getting it going, Jordan.
Yeah, they had a big game tonight at home. First touchdown is Wyatt Crown getting over the offensive line and into the end zone for the Yellow Jackets, 7-0, just like that. Later in the quarter, little fake jet sweep action, and then Jaden Chagall gets in for the tutty. Woodford County is rolling in this one, folks. Last check on that score was 35-6 deep in the fourth, so I think it's safe to say the Yellow Jackets and Coach Johnson got this one handled.
Man, Coach Dennis Johnson, what a big couple days for him. Obviously, he's rolling as a football coach, trying to get this strong season in Class 5A, but really special moment for Jasper to have that commitment announcement yesterday back home in Versailles. You see Dennis, Jasper brings out the jersey that was actually his father Dennis's jersey that UK gave him.
He used
when
to
he
get
committed.
buckets back in the day.
Man, that's awesome. So I know you've covered a couple of Jasper's games since you know this past season. What have you been seeing out of him?
Man, what a player. About 6'3", 6'4", can play point, can play shooting guard. You know Jackson Robinson on Kentucky's team now. He's a little bit taller, but the offensive weapon is exactly what you'll see from Jasper. He'll be able to do everything on the court, pass, shoot, score from all areas of the court. So expect a lot of offense from him. Defense, there are some question marks, folks, but I think Coach Pope will figure that out. And if he keeps bringing in transfer portal guys like Lamont Butler and Otega Owe and things like that, those other guys can handle the defense while Jasper can really shine on offense.
It's going to be fun to see him suit up in Kentucky blue, but for now, he's going to go ahead and have a senior season, and Woodford County is going out there for a big-time season this fall. All right, let's go over to the beautiful Scott County. As I mentioned, I was sitting in the parking lot waiting for this Great Crossing game to start. Oh, nice run there and a stiff arm shove by Luke Ballard, the running back. And what a train wreck right there. You love to see that, the aggressiveness. But later on the drive, they fumble. They cough it up. Gian Manguele for Henry Clay scoops it up. The Blue Devils trying to get something going, but struggling right now. That drive would stall, and Great Crossing at the end of the first quarter would punch it in again with Ballard. So that score 21-0 in the third quarter. Man, up the road, I'll be honest with you guys, I hustled, and I only got to Scott County for about 7 minutes before I had to get back here to the station. So I did get just a little bit of action. You can kind of see the dominance from Scott County there just on that run. Urbana Prep just coming in and just not quite ready for what Scott County was going to bring to the table. not only is Scott County talented, but they were motivated coming off that loss to Great Crossing last week. The rivalry game, 42-0 in the second half. Big time stuff for Jim McKean.
Their first loss to Great Crossing ever.
Yep.
The Broncos lost to Trinity last week, looking to get it back tonight. They got off to a quick start, recovering a fumble on the opening kickoff and then converting Tate Allen. Picks up the 4th and 8 with an 11-yard run. So a very good start. Just a few plays later, Jackson Stratman is going to hit Avion Chenault. Man, we've heard that connection all season long. 7-0 for Douglas in the first quarter. But the Crimsons would come back. Their offense had some juice, and they would win in overtime, Mike. 35-28. So that one went 28-28 in the fourth, and then they win 35-28. So Douglas, a tough start to the season.
Wild game out in Louisville. All right. Lincoln County getting the big 42-0 win over Danville. And GRC losing to Pulaski County 35-24. A couple more scores for you. Awesome one for what used to be a great 4A battle. Lexcap moving down to 3A, but Corbin gets that win 56-22. And Dunbar losing to Collins 35-0. All right, good stuff. We got our Blitz Block coming up in our next segment, so we're moving fast for the rest of these highlights, the rest of the show. It's been a crazy night, but we're having fun. Hope you guys are too here on Home Team Friday Nights.
We're the Madison County Cheerleaders, and you're watching Home Team Friday Night.
From Fox 56 Sports, you're watching Home Team Friday Nights.
We're the Scott County Student Section, and you're watching Home Team Friday Night.
I see megaphones, but a mic, that's new.
Man, that's great. Great energy from the Scott County Student Section. All right, this is our Blitz Block. Let's move. Luke Pennington, awesome player for Sayre, an awesome team. A play action touchdown pass to Connor Evans. Good gang. Good move from the Spartans. They just always score. They score and score. Good gang tackling from the defense, but Sticks say first down. Luke Pennington a little bit later. We've heard the name Chase Parker. Yeah, Luke's got weapons. He doesn't just have Brock Kaufman. Chase Parker, another extremely talented player, and Sayre rolls, as they always do. It's currently 27-0 in the third quarter.
Something about that number 7 in Lexington.
Man.
North Laurel taking on Franklin County tonight out in Frankfort. It was a defensive grudge match to start, but check out Carter Kelly for the Jaguars. Going up and getting that user pick. A nice little return here before getting tackled, but eventually Franklin County would get into this in just a second. You're going to see Christian Moore get a handoff, and he's going to bust it outside for the easy touchdown. Here it is. It's going to go 7-0 in the second quarter, and in the end, they would win 42-7.
Christian Moore, he does that a lot. All right, let's go out to Nicholasville. The West Jessamine Colts starting things off right. Oh, Pie and the principal. How about that? They're having fun down there in Jessamine County. You love to see it. Things rolling on the field as well. QB Cooper Swain finding the other QB Gabriel Smith over the middle, who bobs and weaves through the defense. Been a nice game. The thoroughbreds not as fancy though. Carson Sumter just lowers his shoulder on a defender. You love to see the physical play right there. Gets across the end zone for the touchdown. Westchester was leading 21-16. Last time we'll check. 3 checks, so we'll try to update you a little bit later.
Well, on the other side of town, East Jessamine taking on Henry County, the Wildcats. Jaguars trying to get the passing game going early with James Burbage taking a quick pass. And let's see what he's going to do. He gets a few yards here, a decent gain, but they would have to punt. The Wildcats, though, going old-fashioned with that ground-and-pound offense. And Ray Matthews would slip through the line before getting into the end zone. Nice little juke.
Like
Henry County, would pull away. And they win 43-13. So tough game there for East Jess.
All right, and down in Berea, right down the street from that Central Southern game, Berea hosting Morgan County, looking for its first win of the season. Cougars get off to an early start. Connor Fleming runs this thing to the house, making defenders miss. Morgan County up 12-0 in the first. It was tough for the Pirates to get any yardage on offense. Morgan County's defense was finding the ball, shutting down everything that came its way. Later in the second, another big play from Nathaniel Shelton, who goes right up the middle, making some guys miss, and he's into the end zone. Morgan County defeats Berea right now 24-0. We'll try to get that final for you too. All right, coming up, we got our plays of the week. We had some good ones. Jordan, I'm excited to see how the fans vote for this one. So stay tuned as we wrap up Home Team Friday Nights.
From Fox 56 Sports, you're watching Home Team Friday Nights.
Welcome back in, everybody. A hectic, strange weather weekend Friday night, but we are having fun on Hope Team Friday night, so thank you guys for staying up late with us and watching these highlights. Now you're going to watch these plays of the week. We had some good ones. Play number 1, you saw it early, man. Love to see some physical running backs. Luke Ballard lowering his shoulder. Get off me, man. Look at him multiple times. No matter what team, Jordan, no matter how big, that is impressive stuff to just push another player right off you. Big time stuff.
Yeah, Coach might be cooking that guy in film room on Monday.
Yeah.
Hey, down the street in Sayre, Pennington to Chase Carter. That's going to work. Chase Parker, I should say. Yeah. That's going to work all the time. Number 7 is tall, athletic, man. Him and Brock Hoffman. These guys are nice. I think this is his 2nd nomination, so hopefully he wins it this time.
Yeah, and Luke just makes it look easy, right? But that's not an easy throw, so
No.
big props to the senior. All right, play number 3. Check out Carter Kelly in coverage. That's a user pick going up there. What's the button, Jordan? Is it Y to go up there?
I think it's Y. It's Y on Xbox.
Y on Xbox.
Or
What's
triangle for
triangle
PlayStation.
for PS5. All right, great. Well, that is an impressive pick. So to vote on these, you can scan this QR code. It'll take you to our website, our Home Team Friday Nights page, or just go on our website. You can vote from once we get done. In about 10 minutes, we'll get that poll up on the website. You can vote until Tuesday at 5, and then we'll give you the winner at 6:30.
They've been close.
They have. We got a ton of votes, too. That last week, 50.3%. All right. We also want to talk about this student section award that we are doing. We have had a lot of fun with our student sections. You guys hear it on our show. Oh, we're the Great Crossing student section. You're watching Home Team Friday nights. But now we're adding a little extra to it. We're talking to these student sections, getting them to do something crazy, and we're going to pick the best student section at the end of the season. Scott County, they had a good one last week. Listen to what they had to say.
Hey, Fox 56, we got the hype! We got
They want the Home Team Hype Award, so show out. Michael, Jordan, Cole, we have a great night, everybody.
From Fox